Have a seat in a comfortable position. You can come down on your mat right away. You need your mat, yoga blocks, a strap, maybe a bolster and a blanket, maybe a warm hoodie for Shavasana. That's the equipment you need for today's class. So now, once you're seated, you can have a seat directly on the mat, or maybe place a yoga block underneath your hips. You elevate your hips here because you want your hips to be higher than your knees. That's just a more comfortable and more open pose for sitting down. Once you have that point, let's get started here. You're going to glue your hips on the floor or the bolster or the yoga block. Drop your hands down on your laps. Maybe your hands are on your knees. Stack your head over your spine. Grow your spine long. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now drop your chin. Relax your jaw. Allow your shoulders to relax and drop them down away from your ears. You can close your eyes. And then now start focusing on your breath even more than before. Just bringing your attention to your breath. Being aware of your inhales and your exhales. Notice where your breath is and where it is moving. Allow yourself to be in your breath. Be present in the here and now. Letting go of everything that happens outside of this mat. For what has happened in the past, you cannot change. And what is in the future, you cannot control. All you have is the present moment. So live it to your fullest. Start making your breaths deeper, inviting longer inhales and longer exhales into your body. Now start giving some pauses in between your inhales and exhales. So inhale for maybe 4 count. Pause for 4. Exhale for 4. And then pause for another 4. Finding deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. If you would like to cultivate Ujjayi breathing, this is a good time to do it. I would like to invite you to start breathing in through your nose deep. Inhale. Find that sound in the back of your throat. Warm up that air. And then exhale out through your nose or your mouth. And once you exhale that warm breath, imagine you have a mirror in front of you. And with each exhale, you are fogging that mirror. Take a few deep breaths like that. Fogging the mirror in front of you with each breath. Welcoming the ocean-like sound in the back of your throat. Whenever you're ready, slowly wiggle your fingers here and slowly start opening your eyes. You can release the yoga block from underneath if you were using that. And now we will try to find some sleepy planks. So hands on your knees. Relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Let's start making some deep circles in one direction. Whichever direction you feel more comfortable in starting with is fine. Dropping your clavicle bones down to the ground and then pressing your shoulder blades towards the back wall. Inhale as you drop your chest forward and exhale as you press your upper back towards the wall. Now you can start making these circles a little bigger so that you can start feeling a little more range of motion and a little more mobility in your hips and your spine. Even your shoulders and arms are getting active here. 2 more big circles. Try to keep your glutes attached to the mat. They will try to lift up. And let's stop center with this next one. And let's switch sides. Now you can start small on the other side. Or maybe this time you have that mobility going and starting big on this side. Pressing your clavicle bones down to the floor. Finding a big smile with your clavicle bones. Pressing your back towards the wall as you lift. So inhale as you move forward. Exhale as you move back. Maybe 3 more circles on this side. Just finding some mobility in your hips and spine and shoulders. And then stopping center with this next one. Shake it out, shake it out. We are going to start our practice today with some cats and cows. So let's flip around, hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. You're going to dig deep with your fingertips into the mat, eyes off your elbows, facing outwards, soft bending the elbows. Now, if any of you have any issues with your knees, maybe you can double the mat underneath your knees. You can also put a blanket or something soft underneath your knees. Inhale, lift your chest open, belly button sits down, tailbone lifts up. Become a cow. Exhale, sink your chin to your chest. Round your neck, round your back, lift each vertebra up towards the ceiling, pulling that navel to spine. Dropping your head down, rounding your neck strong. Into a cat. Inhale, lift up into a cow, open your chest proud. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest, close that chest in and lift that spine up. Inhale, drop your belly button down, chest proud. And exhale, chin to your chest, round your neck, round your back. Okay, so this is your flow. Now, if you would like to energize your spine, you're going to go a little faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just find that range of motion in your spine. And let's start warming our spine up. You are welcome to go at your own breath pace, though. You can go slow or you can go fast. Give me a few reps here. You guys keep on going. I can see some of you, so I'm just going to keep an eye on you guys and perform. It's great. Yep, and all of you look great. Good job. Remember, you can speed it up or go slow. Okay, just a few more reps here. Let's go for 2 more slow breath cycles. I'm going to slow it down. And 1 more. Exhale, drop into a cat. And with this next inhale, let's all meet up into a neutral spine, shoulders in line with your hips. You're going to tuck your toes under your heels and send your heels to the back of the mat. Lift your tailbone up, head in between your biceps, downward dog. You can keep a soft bend in your knees if you would like to. You can always balance on the balls of your feet. Now, since this is your first downward dog of the day, maybe you need to walk your dog because dogs like to be walked. So inhale and exhale, bend and extend. You can stay here, or maybe you want to stop centered and waggle your tail. Be excited like your dog for this yoga class, right? Keep your core engaged wherever you are. Take your gaze in between your 2 hands, soften your knees. Walk your knees in towards your elbows. Fingertips on either side of your feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Let your head be heavy underneath you. Forward fold. And then slowly lift up, tall, roll up. Feeling E toward the back of the end. Head and neck are the last ones to come up. Inhale, reach up tall through your fingertips. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands into our heart center. Drop your hands down in front of your chest. Pose of stillness. Samasthiti. Ground your feet into the mat, pressing all 10 toes and your heels into the mat. Now drop your tailbone down. Hold that navel into your spine. Set an intention for today's yoga class. See what you're seeking today. Bringing home the awareness of being in the present. This is your chance to just ground yourself, root your feet into the mat, and finding your purpose. One more deep breath here. And then maybe walk towards the front edge of the mat. Inhale, lift up tall, tall mountain. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. You can pop your hips open and your chest open. Slight back bend. Exhale, drop down. Bring your hands on the outside edges of your feet. Drop your head heavy underneath you. Forward fold. You can have a bend in your knees. If you feel like you cannot drop lower, totally fine. Maybe you can drop your nose to your knees. Maybe you want to reach for your elbows with your opposite hands. Nod your head yes 3 times. Nod your head no. Side to side, your elbows to. And stop, center, wherever you are. Drop your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to walk, jump, or float your feet behind you into a high plank. Now here, hands can be on the blocks. You can always use a little break for your wrists if you want the blocks to help you out over here. Elbows soft, dig deep the big fingertips into the mat. You're either on your toes or maybe down on your knees. Wherever you are, I want to say a nice long back. Pull that belly button into the spine. Shoulder blades back, pressing into the spine. Squeezing your glutes and hamstrings. And then slowly dropping your knees down. And then slowly start dropping your torso down, chest down onto the mat till your head, neck, and shoulders drop down all the way into the mat. Now, elbows are bent by your side, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale and slowly start feeling your head, neck, shoulders off the mat. Gaze stays grounded so that your neck stays long. You're going to zip those thighs up and in. Navel to your spine, tailbone to your heels. Baby cobra. Keep your hands light so there's no weight in your hands. The contraction is coming from your lower back. Exhale, drop down. You're going to find this flow for 3 big deep breaths. You can go at your own pace and your own range of motion, but I highly recommend building this cobra slowly. So inhale and go a little higher than before. Head, neck, and shoulders feel off the mat. You're still pressing down with your legs into the mat and squeezing those thighs into each other. Exhale, drop your head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale, maybe lift a little higher this time. Still a strong bend in your elbows. Keeping your neck long. Keeping your navel in the spine and still breathing. Exhale, drop. One last time, maybe you can come all the way up. Maybe you still need a bend in your elbows. Inhale, lift up into a full cobra, or maybe you contract it back in, and that's fine, totally fine. That a baby cobra is totally fine. And then exhale, drop down. Now you're going to tuck your toes underneath your heels and slowly start peeling your body off, hiking your hips up into a downward dog. Dropping your heels down, forming a letter V as Victor with your body, inverted V. You can always pedal your knees. Just like you would walk it out. Beautiful. Keep bending with your fingertips into the mat. If you need a little break for your wrists, use a block. 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly soften your knees and start dropping your knees down to the mat onto all fours. Once you're there, back should be nice and long, hands underneath your shoulders. we are going to glue our toes together, open up our knees as wide as the mat distance, and then send our knees to your heels and extend your arms out and drop step in between your biceps. Drop your elbows down, soften your shoulders, drop your shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Any shoulder issues, you can keep your arms by your side. Maybe you can even tuck your arms on the inside of your legs, reach for your ankles with your fingertips. Some people like that. If you can't drop your head all the way down, you can place your head on the block. Just find your own comfort level. Start listening to the tuning fork of your body and respecting your body. For all the limits and edges it provides. Whenever you're ready, slowly inhale and roll up onto all fours. You're going to step forward with your right foot in between your two hands and arms. Frame your right foot in with your hands. Now, your right knee stacked over your right ankle. From here, you will slowly bend into your left hip while keeping your right knee stacked over your left ankle. So low lunge here. Option to stay just like this, option to use blocks, and I highly recommend using blocks over here. Inhale, float your fingertips up to the ceiling. Now, if you need a cushion underneath your left knee, yes, go ahead, grab that. We have quite a few reps over here, so take your time. And then exhale, fall forward with your hands on either side of your right foot. Okay. Now from here, we are going to find a flow. Inhale, reach. Maybe finding a slight back bend, hooking your thumbs in the back, pressing them to the back wall, opening your chest, keeping your right knee stacked over your right ankle, digging your left knee down into the mat, and then exhale, drop forward. Inhale, reach tall, open your chest proud, exhale, drop. So 2 more breath cycles here, go at your own pace. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Remember to keep that front leg active, opening up your left hip flexor, and then let's all meet into that little lunge. Once you're here, you're going to start exhaling and maybe moving your blocks and hands behind you, extending that right leg, pointing your right toes up into a seated split pose. Feel that extension in your hamstrings and calves here on your right leg. Keep your hips square, just like the railroad tracks parallel to each other. Exhale, move forward into a low lunge. Exhale, drop, inhale and move forward into a low lunge. Exhale, come into a split pose, extend your right leg. Press your hips to your left heel. You're not sitting down, keeping your arms long, keeping your back long. And then inhale, move forward into a low lunge. This is your flow. Go at your own pace, 3 deep breath cycles. Inhale forward. Exhale, press your hips back, extend your leg long. And let's all meet with this next. Inhale up front into a low lunge. You're going to press your right knee next to your left. Shake it out, shake it out. And now let's step forward with our left foot in between our 2 hands. Now your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. I'm going to loose the block so that you can still see me. Hinge into your right hip. Open up your right hip flexors. You can just stay here the way you are, Or you can inhale, place your hands on your thighs, or maybe reach up tall through your fingertips, open your chest. Finding a slight back bend, maybe you're going to hook your thumbs and press your thumbs to the back wall. Exhale, drop your arms down, keeping that left knee over your left ankle, hinging into your right hip. Opening your right hip up, so slow lunge. Inhale, extended low lunge with a back bend. Exhale, drop. And inhale, lift. Go here at your own pace. And give me 2 more breath cycles after this. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. And then slowly release it. Now, keep your hands on the blocks if you can. You're going to exhale and press your hips towards your right heel. Extend your left leg long, left toes point up into a seated split pose. Back is long, arms by your side. And then inhale, move forward into a low lunge. You need a cushion underneath your right knee. Go ahead and place it. Exhale, seated split. Extend your left leg long, point your left toes. Inhale, low lunge. 3 deep breaths on your own pace. Find the flow. There is no right or wrong movement or pose. Listen to your body. Listen to the tuning fork you have in here. And then let's all meet up in the center into a low lunge. You're going to walk your left knee next to your right, and you can use the blocks if you want to. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You are going to extend your right leg long behind you. Hold it here. And press your right heel towards the back wall. Now, once you have that going, you can keep your toes attached to the mat, or maybe you can extend your right leg nice and long behind you. You can just stay here, or you can extend your left arm in front. Take deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. This is your bird dog pose. And then slowly drop your left hand down onto the mat. And you're going to walk your right toes across your left foot, drop them down onto the floor, and take your gaze over your left shoulder towards your right toes. Awesome twist in the spine. Should be able to feel it. 1 more big deep breath here. Gaze comes back center with the next one, and then drop your right knee next to your left. Shake it out, back in your tail like a dog. Whenever you're ready, with the next breath in, you're going to walk your left toes out, press your left heel to the back wall, keeping your hips square at this time. Now you can stay here, or you can extend that leg long, parallel to the floor. Hold it, hips are square. And then extend the right arm, right hand extends out as if you're trying to shake someone's hand. Hold this bird dog pose. Squeeze your glutes behind you. 1 big straight line from your shoulders to your hips to your heel. In the back. And then slowly drop your right hand down. You're going to walk your left toes, cross them over your right, and then press your left toes into the ground. Now take your gaze over your right shoulder towards your left toes. Big twist in your spine. Hips are square. Stay the way you are. Deep breaths. So we're going to work on our spine today a lot because it is good for you. So we did a lot of back bends, like the cobras, and we're trying to stay gentle on your lower back and spine. Gaze comes in between and draw your left knee next to your right. Let's go into a child's pose. Glue your toes together, send your hips to your heels, and extend your arms. Take deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. And slowly rise up. Okay, so now we have the most favorite part of the class for me. You're going to tuck your toes underneath your heels, send your heels to the back wall, come into a downward dog, and you're going to go into sun salutation. So knees up, take your gaze in between your two hands, walk, jump, or float your feet to your hands, and your hips outside of your toes. Now, feet are either glued together or they are hip distance apart. You're going to root down with your feet into the mat. Head is steady underneath you. Inhale and come into a half fold, hands on your shins, maybe on the blocks or maybe in the air, but back is long wherever you are. Exhale, drop down, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain, fingertips float up above you. Slide back in. Open your chest, open your hips. Exhale, hands in prayer heart center, pose of stillness. Ground yourself. Realign your body. Head aligned over the spine. You're pressing deep into the feet. You still have your navel in your spine. Revisit your intention for this class today. And then exhale, inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, bow down forward into a forward fold. Hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to walk, jump, or float your feet behind you into a plank. You can drop your knees down and then your torso comes along with you into a baby cobra or maybe a full cobra. Tuck your toes underneath your heels and send your heels to the back of the mat, downward dog. Hiking your hips up, dropping your heels down. Pressing your chest to your thighs. Digging deep with your fingertips, maybe maybe your wrists need to rest. Wow, that's a tongue twister. You can place your hands on the blocks and point too tight. Now soften your knees, take your gaze in between your two hands, walk, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Fingertips outside of your toes. Forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Back is long. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, bow down forward. Hands underneath your shoulders. Walk, jump, or float behind you into a high plank. Bend at your elbows. Maybe start climbing a low plank. Or maybe drop down on your knees and lift up. Cobra. So we all need to do cobra, however you drop down. Baby cobra is fine too. Sphinx is fine too. So you can drop down on your elbows all the way. Tuck your toes underneath your heels. Hike your tailbone up. Engage your core. Head in between your biceps. Back is long. Take your gaze in between your two hands. Soften your knees. Walk, jump, or float to the front. Half fold. Back is long. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, hands in prayer heart center, pose of stillness. Ground yourself. Root down through your feet. Pull your navel into the spine. This time, maybe engage your pelvic floor even stronger than before, pulling your tailbone up towards the ribs this time. Revisit the intention for this class. One deep breath here. And then inhale, rise up tall, tall mountain. Maybe a side back bend. And as you exhale, bring your hands together, bow down, forward, forward fold, full expression of your forward fold. Fingertips down onto the mat underneath your shoulders, and then box jump your feet back into a high plank. High plank into a low plank, or maybe dropping down on your knees, up to you. Come into a baby cobra, or a full expression of the cobra, up to you. Gluing your thighs together, inner legs together. Pressing your tailbone to the heels, navel to your spine. Exhale, tuck your toes underneath your heels and send your heels to the back. Hiking your hips up. Gaze goes in between your two hands, walk, jump, or float to the front. Half fold, back long. Exhale, drop forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise up tall, tall mountain. Fingertips float up, chest opens proud. Slide back, bend the spine. And exhale, swan dive forward this time, into a forward fold. Inhale, half fold, back is long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. You can always hook your thumbs together, press your thumbs to the back wall. As you exhale, bring your hands together in prayer and drop them down into pose of stillness. Deep breaths. Engage your pelvic floor, engage your core. Inhale, float your fingertips up. Extended mountain or high mountain. Swan dive forward, fingertips drop down underneath your shoulders, head is heavy underneath you, walk, jump, or float your feet behind you into a high plank. High plank to a chaturanga. You're going to bend at your elbows maybe, and then lift or sweep your torso up and off the mat. Pressing your hip flexors down to the mat, gluing your thighs together, dropping your tailbone to your heels. Awesome job. Remember, you can always use the blocks. Exhale, tuck your toes underneath your heels and send your heels to the back of the mat. Lift your tailbone up. Slide bend the knees is okay. Take your gaze in between your two hands. Bend your knees, walk, jump, and float to the front. And let your head be heavy underneath you. Forward fold, stay here. One more deep breath. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll up. Slow and controlled. Shoulders, neck, and then head comes up last. Arms by your side. You're going to press your palms towards me. Feet are hip distance apart. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Now, press your shoulder blades back and towards your spine so that you open your chest here, because we all are always hinged forward on our computers, so this is an awesome pose to open up your chest. Once you have that going, I want you to inhale one more time. Inhale, reach up tall. This time, keep your gaze centered and your spine long. As you exhale, bring your hands in prayer heart center, and then let's go down into a low squat. So now you're going to send your hips back towards the back wall, into a chair squat. Hold it here. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles so you're still rooting down with your feet into the mat. this is not good for your knees for any reason, you can always stay higher, because you can just stay in Tadasana today. From here, you're going to find a twist. Remember I told you this class is about spine? So you're going to find your right elbow and hook it to the outside of your left thigh and take your gaze over your left shoulder. Now try to keep both of your knees bent, strong. Hold it here. Deep breaths. And then slowly release it. Inhale, come back center into that squat. Now let's go to the other side. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh and take your gaze over your right shoulder. Keeping both the knees bent, in line with each other, parallel. Digging deep with your heels into the mat and taking your gaze nice and high. And then inhale and slowly release it. Come back into that low squat or chair squat. Hips are sinking back and down. Back is long. Inhale, rise up tall, tall mountain. Exhale, hands in prayer heart center, pose of stillness. And then slowly drop your arms down. Now, you're going to lift your right heel up and cross it at your left ankle. Now, hands can be in prayer, or maybe you start opening small tree branches here. So maybe your tree looks like this. You're going to root deep with your left foot into the mat. Start sliding your right foot up onto your left calf maybe. Maybe start opening your branches an inch or two wider. If this is it, maybe this is where you can go today, stay here. If you would like a little bit of challenge, you can place your right foot all the way up into your left thigh and then reach tall through your branches. Let the leaves grow on these branches. Give the shade to all the people who come under you. Open and spread your branches wide. Nourish all the living things that come in contact with you. Exhale, drop your arms down and slowly place your right foot down. Let's switch our focus onto the other side. We're going to place most of our body weight into our right foot. And now you're going to cross your left heel onto your right ankle. Hands can be in prayer. Maybe you open up into small branches. Maybe this is your tree today. Or maybe your left foot slides up onto your right calf. Open your tree branches and insert it further. Let those green leaves grow on these branches. Soak in all the fresh air. Soak in all the sun. You can stay here with your tree pose, or you can go into the full expression of the tree pose by pressing that left heel up into your right thigh, and then reaching up long with your branches. Providing shade to everyone who comes underneath this tree. And then nourishing all the living bodies that come in contact with you. One big deep breath. Stay rooted with your right foot into the mat. And then exhale, drop your arms down. Slowly place your left foot next to your right. Let's start in the center on the top of our mat here. You are going to send your left leg behind you, right foot is forward, right knee is bent. Float your fingertips up to the ceiling with an inhale. This is your crescent lunge pose. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your arms down into a T. Your back foot spins and comes parallel to the mat into a warrior two. Now give space in between your two legs and take your gaze over your right knee. If you do look over your right knee, you should only be able to see your right big toe. If you can see the other toes, you can see if your pedicure is still fresh or not. On the other toes, that means you're not deep enough. Maybe go a little deeper. Again, staying within your body's limits, respecting your body's tuning fork, listening to it. Exhale, hook your right elbow into your right thigh, and then sweep your arm from inside, and then reach your left fingertips towards your right wall. Extended side angle. Inhale, lift up into a warrior two. Exhale, drop down into an extended side angle. Inhale, cartwheel your arms into a warrior two. Exhale, drop down low into an extended side angle. Opening your side body here on your left side. Digging deep with your right foot into the mat and your left inner foot into the mat. Inhale, float into a warrior two. Exhale, drop down into an extended side angle. One more time, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Any shoulder issues, you can place your hand on your waist, and that's totally fine. Inhale, cartwheel your arms out into warrior two. Stay here. This time, as you exhale, you're going to extend your right leg and slide your right fingertips down your right shin, maybe at your right ankle, and extend your left arm above your right. Stack your shoulders on top of each other. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. How low you go is up to you. You can always keep your hands on a block if you would like to. Go at your own pace. Give me 2 more breath cycles here. And let's all meet up into a warrior two. You're going to spin your right foot forward. Bring both of your feet or toes facing forward. Arms are out into a T. Exhale and drop your arms on your waist. From here, you're going to give me another big exhale and drop down. Hinge at your hips. Now you can keep your back long, just so you can see over here with me. Or maybe you can dig deeper and drop your head in between your legs. Drop your hands underneath your shoulders. Wide-legged forward fold. Whenever you're ready, inhale, slowly roll up. Again, bring your hands, it's safer to bring your hands on your waist as you're lifting up and engage your core. We are going to switch sides. So now this time, your left toes face forward and your right foot is already in the position it needs to be. You're going to sweep your right heel off of the neck and float your fingertips up to the ceiling. Find a crescent lunge pose. And then slowly drop down into a warrior two by cartwheeling your arms and spinning your back foot parallel to the floor. Dig deep with your left foot into the mat. Left knee is bent, left knee stacked over your left ankle. Can you peek over your left knee? See if you have only left toe showing. And then from here, exhale, hook your left elbow into your left thigh. Reach along with your right arm. Right arm reaches your left wall. Extended side angle. Inhale, cartwheel your arms into a warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Two more breaths here. One more. Let's meet up in warrior two. And from here, you're going to extend your left leg long. Reach with your left fingertips towards your left shin. Extend your right arm over your left. Maybe you're on your left ankle. Maybe you have your hand on your lung. Triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Two more times. And one more. Hold it here. You're going to face your toes towards me. Inhale, reach your tall fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop down low. Keep your back safe. You can always keep your hands on your knees. Drop your head down. And then inhale, slowly lift up. And heel to your feet here. You're going to come down on the mat. One spinal twist to go, and then we wrap it up in Shavasana. So if you need anything warm to cover yourself with, this is a good point to grab those items. Okay, so sunny side up, you're going to have your hip bones on the mat and slowly roll down. Whenever you're ready, bring both of your legs into a tabletop. Glue your knees and ankles together, arms out into a T or a goalpost. Drop both of your knees down onto one side. Whichever side you want to go on first is up to you. You can even press your knees down all the way if they don't go all the way down. Take your gaze over your shoulder opposite to your knees. Slowly roll center. And then let's drop our knees onto the other side. Take your gaze again onto the shoulder opposite to your knees. And then slowly roll center. Hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Two more times. And then slowly drop your legs down. You're going to extend your legs long on the mat. Arms come by your side. Let your fingertips and toes be heavy. Align your head over your spine. And close your eyes. Gently coming to a place of comfort on the mat. Attaching your lower back, legs, head, neck, shoulders on the mat. Becoming one with the Mother Earth. Deep breaths in and out. Whenever you're ready, start focusing on your breath again. Imagine a tall mountain standing in front of you. Now imagine a waterfall flowing through this mountain. Can you hear the water drops falling down? This mountain is home to so many animals and trees and plants. It gives and gives, yet it stays strong, holds its ground. I want you to become this strong mountain. Looking into your heart, finding the strength and love and flexibility that you have. Sharing it with others, yet staying strong. Maybe through good weathers or bad, friendly hikers or not. Now slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. Start bringing your attention to this room. Rolling on to one side. Gently coming up into a seated position. We will close this practice with 3 closing breaths and an Om chant. You can come along or you can just hear me out. Inhale, reach, and exhale, sink. Chin up. And one more time. Hands in heart center. Inhale deep. Exhale. Om. May there be strength in your bodies, happiness in your hearts, peace in your souls. Namaste.